today, realistically, what I'm going to talk about is building people that are going to build your business. But I'm just really going to start with a very, very quick question. Now, this question will become relevant as I go through my training. Can I just ask anybody in this room who, as soon as they signed that agreement form with Kleeneze, saw the true potential, saw the business side of Kleeneze, envisaged themselves winning cars, envisaged themselves qualifying for conferences, envisaged themselves earning thousands and thousands of pounds, or did you just see it as it's a couple of extra quid to help me get by? Can I just ask people to raise their hands for those who've seen the bigger picture with Kleeneze? So you can see by the reaction in the room, not everybody that joins your big business is going to see that bigger picture. But you know what? It's up to you to show them exactly what is on offer with Kleeneze. Now for me, I did not see the bigger picture with Kleeneze. I couldn't understand how, I've got props, how you could go from putting catalogues out to winning one of them. Just couldn't understand, couldn't fathom out how it even worked. But you know what? I wasn't willing to listen. And it wasn't until I was shown exactly what we needed to do that, that's when I began to understand the big business and see the bigger picture. So the best way for people in your business to believe that they can achieve anything is to follow your success. You need to be the superstar within your own business, and it's your success that is going to get people believing that they can achieve. You see, people in your team will look at you, and if you're not doing anything, they're not going to do anything. They need to be inspired by you. People achieving creates excitement, because new people in your team will see your team achieving and think, do you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. So what do you need to do to go to brands? Well, depending on where you are in the pay plan will depend on whether you need 1 or 2 gold legs, but you also need a healthy PSG. Now, by PSG, that needs to be a minimum of 10 active wide to maximise the full potential income for you. So you've got to go out there and find some golds. So what exactly is gold? Your team need to know exactly what gold gives them. They need to know exactly what gold gives them. Most people who say they want to get to gold focus on the status, not what's on offer. If you ask anybody that's relatively new in this business when they've looked at the pay plan, the first major stepping stone in the Kleeneze pay plan is gold, and that's where everyone wants to go. But nobody knows how to get there or what's on offer to them once they do get there. They need to know the financial advantages of being a gold distributor, but more importantly, by maintaining that status as well. So it's a case of show me the money. This is what I always used to say to Ram when he used to come in and say, we're going to win a car, we're going to win a holiday, we're going to qualify for this, qualify for that. All I'd say to him was, I'm not interested. Show me the money. All I'm interested in is how much can we earn. And the financial advantages for getting to gold for people in your team are huge. But some people in your team won't be interested in cars and conferences, so that's why you need to show them the money. Because at the end of the day, money talks. Now, the new gold incentives that Kleeneze have is if you get to gold and you hold it for 6 consecutive periods, they will give you 10 free income kits. If you continue to hold gold for 10 out of them 13 periods, what they'll do is say, thank you very much, there's an extra £1,500. So it's a win-win situation for new gold distributors. So just how much will you earn if you maintain your goal in 10 periods? Now, I'm just working on £1,000. The average gold earns anywhere between £800 and £1,200, £1,600. But I'm going to go for £1,000, depending on retail. That's why I've just kept it simple for numbers. So if you did £1,000 per period for 10 periods, that would be £10,000 cash. If you added the retail kits on which have a monetary value, it's £340. Plus the £1,500 bonus from Kleeneze. If you maintain that status, you will automatically get the conference if you continue to sponsor people in retail and activate them people. So that's another £5,000 on top of it. So the total earned is £16,840. Does anybody in this room know of any people in your team that would love that? You must do. because money talks and people will be excited by the fact that they can earn £16,000 as a gold distributor. The next thing is, if you continue to grow your business, which it should continue to grow, you're in line to win a Harry Crook Trophy, the Harry Crook Trophy, which will enable you to have the following conference the next year. So you can add an extra £5,000 onto that, so it's £21,500 near enough. So now that all you need to do now is find them gold legs within your business. Do you know what? We've all got people in our teams, and you may have somebody in mind who you think, do you know what? Yeah, they'd like to go to gold. You may have someone that you think will do it. You may have no choice. You might only have a small team, and you may think, do you know what? I'm just going to pick the best of the bunch. Or you may even sponsor your potential gold leg in tomorrow. The next person that joins your team could be your potential gold leg. But at the end of the day, don't choose your gold leg. Let the gold leg choose you. Now, what I mean by that is we all fall foul to it. We get emotionally tied with our team. And it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. And you think, oh, do you know what? They're lovely people. They'll do it. You've got to work with the workers. And it's a case of thinking with your head and not your heart. You've got to get your business head on and look at the people in your team, and you've got to work with your workers. You see, new people are the lifeblood of this business. And your business is just like a revolving door. People will join, people will quit. But the idea is to get more people coming through that door, so the ones that are leaving, you don't even focus on. And you know what? Once that momentum is building in that revolving door, the next time you think something's impossible, just try stopping that revolving door. It's impossible to stop once it's in full flow. So now that you're bringing new people into your business, you need to support these people. It's not a case of just signing people into your businesses and letting them get on and do it. At the end of the day, they've joined your business because you've said to them, you can show them how to earn an extra income. So you need to show them, and you need to support them on their quest for that. So new people, you need to use, well, you don't need to. This is just something that Ram and myself use. We use team profiles. Now, all team profiles they have the relevant information for us to use to constantly refer to. Now, a team profile is just something like this. It's got basic details on it, but it also has what they've joined to earn, how many catalogues they join with. This is all relevant information that Ram and myself finds important that we can make constant reference to with the new people and make sure that they're kept on track and supported properly. They need to have the right amount of support. And that comes in the 4 C's. It's constant contact, care, and communication. You need to be constantly contacting, not just your new people, your team members as well. You need to contact them. You need to care about what they want. It's not about what you want. You will get what you want if you show them how to get what they want. But it is about caring about them, about caring about what their business and how much they want to earn. But it's also about communication. Now, communication is one of the most important things in this business, but it's communication with the whole of your team and your sponsor is going to be paramount in your quest to bronze. It's so important to have communication with every single person in your team, whether they're just retailing or not. Just because they're just retailers doesn't mean that they don't deserve your support. Now, communication is done via the easy reach, messages up and down the easy reach, by daily calls, just to check that you're all right. I'm just giving you a quick ring to make sure everything's okay. Just a buzz call, just to make sure that they're on track in what they want to do and everything's going to plan. If you've got people that you've decided that, between you have come forward and said, you know what, I would like to be gold, you're going to have to do tracking calls with them, especially if they live at distance. If not a tracking call, a tracking meeting, because you have to track your business. Skype is probably one of the most fantastic tools going around at the moment. We use Skype a lot, especially with long distance people that have joined our team, because people like to see a visual. They want to see someone sat in front of them. So it's easier than trying to explain to people over the phone and support over the phone. You can actually sit in front of them now and go through what you need to go through. And the fantastic thing is it's free. So my best advice, if you're not on Skype, get on it, because it is free. And text messages, we send out text messages, more so motivational things like quotes and little snippets of things that we think will be inspiring for our team. And we do these 2 or 3 times a week, especially with the people that are looking to move their business forward. And one-to-ones, you cannot beat one-to-one communication. If you've got somebody who's phoned up and they're a bit frustrated about things, the one thing you need to do is get with them. But instead of getting with them and going and sitting and have a cup of tea, take them out and do some activity. Because if you're out there doing activity, they tend not to focus on it as much. But one-to-ones are the key communication within this business. And the email loop. There's so many ways of communication. The email loop, we find, is more of an information thing, not a communication thing. It's to inform your team of local meetings and things like that. Sending out your newsletters. It's not a tool to be used to communicate really with your team. It's more of an information loop. And they need to have the right information. They need to be exposed to what Kleeneze has to offer and how you can help them achieve what they need. They need to be involved. Involve them in the meetings. If you've got people who are looking to go gold, get them up at the front of the room, expose them and involve them. Treat it like it's their meeting instead. They need to be involved every single level because they're going to have their team that they need to see at the front of the room as well. So it's a win-win situation for everybody, involving everybody, because it creates a team synergy if everybody's involved in something. And you need to upgrade them. If somebody is planning to go gold, they'll have a plan of what they need to do. They need to get 24%, so they'll need a plan of how they're going to get there. But you need to upgrade them every step of the way. So if they've got from 15% to 18%, you need to sit with them and then get a plan ready at the start of the period for the next level, which is 21%, so that they've got a plan of how they're going to get to the next level. You also need to track your business on a daily basis. Now, most people hate tracking because they think it's an accountability thing. And you know what? It is. But it is your business, and you are accountable for everything that happens in that business. Tracking your GSA, this needs to be reviewed every day, especially with your potential goals. They need to be tracking their businesses on a daily basis as well. This is more so that if there's any problems, they can be picked up quickly and rectified. If you know that Martin Smith puts an order on a Monday morning and it's Thursday and he still hasn't got an order on, you know your priority is to phone Martin or contact him and find out if there's any problems. It could be something or nothing, but the quicker you get on it and action it, the quicker it can be resolved. So that's why we recommend tracking on a daily basis with your GSA. Tracking your progress and your teams is the single most important thing that you must do on a daily basis, especially with your potential goals. Because if you don't track, how do they know if they're on track or off track? And if you get to week 3 and you look at your figures thinking that people have done what they said they're going to do, and you look down, you think, oh my God, what happened? It's better to pick it up early. So it is important to track your business. If you do not track your business, you are doomed to fail. Because nothing in life is any plan that you make, you've got to track it. Because like I say, how do you know if you're on or off track if you don't track your business? Your journey to bronze is going to be an emotional roller coaster. But you know what? You've just got to ride it. You've got to understand the definition of teamwork. One struggles, we all struggle. One triumphs, we all triumph. The rewards for doing so will far outweigh the challenges. What will you do? If you've helped your gold legs, you will get to bronze executive. Top, I think, it's 6% of the company. If you maintain that level for 10 out of 13 periods, what will happen is they will give you a brand new Mini Cooper with all the branding on so that you can go around your family and friends and show them. Not like when we won our car. I'll just give you a little story. My dad was really, he knew our goal and he'd been totally behind us. And my family, we've always spoke to our families about Kleeneze, and we won the car and we drove. My dad said, come on, drive over, show me what you've won. We drove over, we pulled up, and my brother turned up and said, well, it's not exactly a Ferrari, is it? So you're always going to get people who are going to try and quash your dreams. But you know what? Pull up now. I said, it's free. People tend not to sniff at freight things. But the financial advantages of going to bronze, again, I'm just going to use £2,000 mainly for figures reasons. So if you get to bronze and hold it for 10 out of the 13 periods, that's £20,000 your income, at least, depending on what your retail is. Plus the conference, which is £5,000. Plus the mini. Plus a cash bonus that Kleeneze give you for going to bronze, which is £300. Your total earned is £37,300. Plus, if you keep your business in growth, you've got the potential of winning the Distributor Challenge Trophy, which will give you the next year's conference. So that's an extra £5,000 on top of that. So that takes it to £42,000, I think. £42,000. But again, this can be done spare time, part time. I know for a fact that Jamie DeCasso and Adele built their business while Jamie was still working full time and still got to bronze. So it can be achieved, and it can be achieved by all of you in this room if you get your plan out and you put your plan into action. So the byproducts of of getting to bronze is the conferences. Now I know for a lot of you, some of you will be in qualification for this conference, some of you won't. But at the end of the day, the conferences come every year, and I know they say, this is every year. Michael stands on that stage and says, this is the best conference ever. And you know what? We've been fortunate enough. We've been on 13 conferences, and no conference has ever been the same, and they've always been better in some way. So do you know what? Next year's conference, Destination X11, is going to be even better than New York. So if you've missed out on New York, it doesn't really matter, because the great thing is, if you're not bronze now, you will get to share that experience with your team, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's all about, Ram shows you about the minis, and we've talked about having visual things. But for Ram and myself, we've always bought, whenever the conference has been announced, we've always gone to the local travel agents and got as much information as possible. And we have posters on the wall, we have lots of things like that, but we try and always find different things as well. Like, so when we were qualifying for Monte Carlo, we found that in a car boot sale. And we thought, you know what, that's something that we can focus on. So we really need to have that somewhere prominent. So as we walked out of the door in our house, that was stood above our door. And it's all about just getting little quirky things, for myself anyway, that are going to motivate us. Now, last year it was Hong Kong, so we bought some Hong Kong Fooey dolls and just stuck them either side on our bedside tables. And that was the first thing we've seen on a daily basis. So that was our goals reaffirmed. That's where we want to go, and we've seen it on a daily basis. So for New York, everyone's going to love these. I went a step further, and I was looking around, and I managed to find some New York knickers. Not only did I find New York knickers, I found New York boxer shorts as well. So these sit on our bedside table, and every morning we wake up and we look at them. We're not in them when we look at them, so that's why it looks so attractive. But these are the sort of things that you just need to be thinking about. It's just about getting as much information about the minis as you physically can. Going down to the garage, getting some of these, something like that, having something like that on your office door, on your office table. So it's a constant reminder of why you're doing this and why you're going to work so hard to get what you want. Your business is, do you know what? It's just like driving that mini. You need to know your destination. You need to plan your route. Just how are you going to get there? You need to get in and start the car. I did have turn on, but apparently that's a girl's thing when you turn on a car. Apparently the right terminology is to start the car, not turn it on. And that's going to be the action. That's what you're going to do. You're going to have to action that plan. Then you're going to have to drive it until you reach your destination. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. It doesn't matter what speed you go, as long as you reach that destination. Now, I talked about tracking before. Has anybody got this book by Darren Hardy? If you're looking to build a business and to get them, your team achieving so that you can achieve your ultimate goal, this is a fantastic tool, because it does talk about tracking your business, and it's on a daily. It's like a daily diary of things that you need to do to help you keep track of your business. So if you haven't got that, it's by Darren Hardy and it's called Design Your Best Year Ever, Big Goals. And the mini is probably one of the biggest goals that you're gonna come across. So please, if you haven't got it, do get it. But you've got to go out there and enjoy this mini adventure. Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you will never ever achieve it. Go out there, feel the excitement within your team. Get your team on them conferences with you. Get your team believing that they can do it by you doing it. And you know what? You will have an absolute fantastic adventure. You see, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. All I can do is wish you the very, very best in your quest for bronze. Look forward to seeing so many of you crossing that stage, because once you get that feeling of winning that car, we were talking before that when Adele was talking about her car and when Ram was talking about his car and Dave, I get goosebumps. And I feel, because it's the excitement that you need to feel inside yourself, because you know what, you can achieve it. Every single person in this room can achieve them cars. Why? Because Dave's done it, we've done it, Jamie and Adele have done it. And do you know what, there's nothing special about us. All we've done is had the right attitude, the right work ethic, and gone out there and done the job until it's finished. So I do wish you all the very best in your quest for bronze and mini. Thank you very much.